Generic greetings and welcome back to RimWorld, where in the previous episode we had an infestation and we also have a raid now because of course we do. Well, that's obviously because of Arthur turning up, who is a minstrel or a bard, which is a much better term. So, as you can see, we've had, yes, a bit of an infestation. We've got some mega spiders, some spellopedes, and also we got a lot of insect jelly because of the hives. Now, we've dealt with all of that, however, the cause is... well, I'm guessing because we've dug too far into the mountain, but, well, I'm not really too sure what I can do about that other than shrink this down or something. But either way, let's deal with what we've got right in front of us at this point. So, first things first. You can see a lot of people are injured. Now, there's not any... well, there are some serious injuries that we do need treating, but not something that are... I don't think, well, apart from that one there, immediately life-threatening. That's got a lot of cuts, so we need to deal with that. Now, what I'm going to do is have people onto medical. In fact, you see Cougar's going to do that now. If we go over to working, we can see that I've put everybody on doctor, even level 3, whatever. So going to be Cougar, there'll be... and Arthur, who'll be coming to medical people up. The problem is other people, they don't... well, they're not going to be able to be... they're not going to be able to heal themselves up because, well, we've got things like dead in 6 hours, wow, okay, because of all the bleeding and such, so we need to resolve that, and I'm hoping that we can get Cougar to deal with that as well, but I could put them on heal themselves, self-tend. I mean, maybe self-tend just is better just for this point here. That's no immediate danger there. Anyone that's on immediate danger, I might put on to self-tend at least. They can't because they haven't got any skill in that one. They can squint, they can as well. Oh, capable of doctor work, so they can't. That's fine. Caro... self-tend squint must also be signed doctor work, so we're not going to put that on there. Okay, so that's about right. Lan is also going to be dead in 10 hours, so again, self-tend there. So let's unpause it and we'll get Arthur to run in. They're obviously going to be following him as fast as possible, running this way, and they will follow him. Now, I am going to manually move them to go to there, and then to skip there, and then do this. And hopefully they won't set the traps off, because otherwise it could be all kinds of bad. Because if we go through there, then they might skip past, and it's just going to cause a massive issue. So go around to there, then go over to there. Now, they should know about these traps because they are technically a colonist, but the problem is that they don't know necessarily exactly where they are. So it's going to be a case of, let's just go through the door. We don't really have much of a choice, and hopefully the door will close behind them, which it has, and they are running through. Some of them are going to keep running, and some of them are trying to knock those doors down, which they will successfully do. However, it looks like most people are being taken out, and I don't think it's going to take long before the rest of them turn around and then start bringing them doors, which is generally the way forward. So we'll undraft those, and we can see that Lan is going around and tending to people. Hopefully it will be a case of tending to ones that needed to be tended to. Cougar is going over to Diver, even though they don't have no prioritize with Henriette there because they have the most serious injuries. So there we go. Medical emergency Henriette now is now getting dealt with. Death in 6 hours. No immediate danger. That's perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. And Lan is now just passed out, which is all kinds of bad. Arthur is going to rescue Lan. So there we go. They will take them back, and then we will say tending, which they are actually tending now. So that's okay. It's still Henriette who's still got the danger there. Although it's all done there. It just says medical emergency, but there's no... it's blood loss extreme, so it's not going down. I'm just hoping that will be alright. Looks like Henry and Lan are passed out. They're unable to move, but the rest should be able to go about their daily business. So, we've got unhappy nudity from Arthur. They should be able to put some clothes on. There is something in and around here. There we go. Major break risk from Cougar and Squint because of the heat wave. So we've got the heat wave and the attack, which is suboptimal. Now, I think it's best if we go for things like zoning again, and we'll say, how do we want to do this? Probably, we've got home area, allowable area. We'll say safe, and we're going to add all of these safe zones in like so. It's going to be all inside. So they're only going to be allowed in and around this area because I want them to stay in areas that have been cooled. Although, as you can see at the end here, it's a bit problematic. Like around here, because they haven't got the things put in. So if I do that, they might be able to do it. Might be able to. we'll see if that is the case. We'll probably connect this up here as well. We'll say they're allowed around in here. That should be fine. We could put some doors on it, but some roofs on it, but I think we'll leave it there. Okay, so in order to restrict that, we need to do just that and say restrictions, safe zone for everybody. Animals are going to have the exact same thing, so they always stay in and around this area. So it means that they'll mostly be in areas that are cool. I don't know if we will be able to fix that. Actually, it looks like they're going to go there and... Oh, no, sadly not. Construction skill is too low. We need material steel, so they need that first. Looks like purple is cleaning up there. Can those be refrigerated? Yes, they can be. In fact, they are chopping that up. And we have got insect meat, so hopefully we'll be able to utilize that. I don't know if we necessarily want to, but we can. Colonists need rescue, which is Lan. They've been out and about. We'll rescue Lan there with purple, and we'll put them back inside. And sadly, they've put them in an area where it's not cool, but they are tending to them. But there's not much we can do about that because we don't have the required resources. Cougar has collapsed because of extreme exhaustion, so this is just going to keep happening. Where is Cougar? Can't see the wood for trees. There, inside. Extreme exhaustion. Is it cold in here? It's 33 degrees. I'm going to say... Can we not rescue them? Or is it just... No, they're just going to lie there, I'm guessing. Fair enough. That is not powered on and won't be able to. There's package survival mill completed. I'm not going to... Actually, I will set up research for that. And I think we were going to research... What shall we research? We've now got medicine production. I think we'll go for prosthetics, because I think that might be something we'll end up doing. So the heat wave's still going 47 degrees. Not ideal, but we are keeping people in and around certain buildings. Look at that. That's actually 3 degrees in there, so we are going to have this food spoil at some point, but it's at night it will probably go to freezing, so it shouldn't be too bad. Their health condition is just collapsed because they've been exhausted. They're probably going to get up at some point. We could probably arrest them and then put them back, but I think they'll be able to get up and go around themselves. Why is Land really walking really slow? Ah, that's because of a heat stroke minor. I'm guessing moving is minus 10%. But there you go. It's 40 degrees. It's still freezing in there. Cougar, that's not going to be good. Shall we rescue them? Minor break risk from a lot of people. Mainly the heat, because obviously this area here still haven't got these coolers done. Yes, they are in the right way. That's fine. Major break risk from squint. It's just everything came on as one. So we have for a start was the let's forbid all of these. Lots of guns, lots of weapons. There we go. Oh, look, an LMG. Perfect. Yes, it was things like the infestation, and then the raid and the heat, the extreme heat, the heat wave. So actually, it might have been heat, then the raid, and then I don't know. Anyway, arrest Cougar medic. I will change that one to prisoners. We'll arrest them. And it's not in an area which is set to a decent temperature. That's bad. Well, there we go. Now they're moving them, even though they couldn't in the first place. And as soon as they're in there, we'll just release them. It doesn't really matter. So that's done. We will say Cougar, prisoner, just release the prisoner. There you go. And they'll come back into our list anyway. There we go. And for Cougar, we'll say equip the machine pistol. There we are. And then that's dealt with. Excellent. Okay. Were they eating a meal that was dropped? I think they are. I think they were. Yeah, but there we are. That's sound. In terms of these pods, they are okay. We are trying to make more fuel, but we currently don't have the resources. The problem is if we send people out, that'll be an issue. However, I think what's best if we look at someone like Nicole, for example, who has no health conditions. If we go over to... can they haul for a start off? We'll have to check. They can haul. So Nicole, if we go over to restricting, we go to Nicole, we'll say unrestricted, and then we will say prioritize hauling the component. So they'll head out. Same for probably Thierry. We'll do the same with those. So Thierry will say for their working options, we will say unrestricted, and we'll tell them to pick up some of the materials that we've harvested, which should be down the left-hand side here, and that's exactly where it is. And there's only a little bit though, so prioritize hauling the steel, and then they'll go and do that. We've got a couple of minor break risks. We've got Arthur, who's currently not got a ranged weapon, so we'll give them... What have they got? They have got level 4 in shooting, so we'll give them the shotgun, why not? For our... Let's see who's the best marksman among this group. The best marksman is blatantly Thierry, who's out and about. We're going to give those the pulse rifle. Diver can have the LMG. Oh, sorry, the SMG. There we go. And Thierry's going to come back. And as soon as they come in, what we'll do is we'll say you equip the rifle. There we are. We also want to get that done, but we can't just yet. Actually, prioritize working on those blueprints. Doesn't really matter who does it, as long as it gets done. Because what we want to do is get the cooler up and running, because it is boiling in there. So, major break risk from Squint once again. But it'll come and go as they head into the cool rooms. And you can see, even in the freezer, it's 10 degrees. Yeah, it's boiling outside. So, Thierry, prioritize building that, please. That's your main priority now. Is that now connected? There we go, and that's going to cool down. Excellent. Lan requires a ranged weapon. There you go, then. We'll have that. Prosthetics is now being researched. We can go for bionics only once we've gone for multi-analyzer and everything else. We've got a shield belt if we really wanted to. Those are quite good. It means you can't... You can always hit it... you can hit it melee. As in, you can always go and hit someone with a sword and such, but you can't use ranged weapons because it stops all ranged weapons being used. So it's currently 40 degrees in there, so Jill is certainly becoming some pulled pork. It's not entirely cold. What about in here? Whoa, it's in there. It is 91 degrees. Wow, okay. Because obviously we have enclosed this thing. Would it be best if we remove the roof area? Probably. There's a cargo pod landed nearby, and it's some more of this cloth. Interesting. That's interesting. It's still a heat wave, though. The long-term goal was to... Are they just... Oh, they're using that. The long-term goal was to go over to... Where is it? To here. And that is to send cloth 850 and get a orbital bombardment target and torpedo or tornado generator, which would be useful, I guess. Because we've got a lot of colonists idle, I think I'll take the opportunity, because I'm guessing most of them they've got a bad back and a peg leg, apparently. That's Arthur. But they are very, very good at artistic and social, as you probably would expect for a medieval minstrel. So we'll go over to work and make sure that they are set to those, which they are. So you look, they can't do mining or growing or anything like that, but they can do other things. So most people are getting healed up. I'm just going to check on Henriette. You can see that that is mainly dealt with, and that same again. So it looked like a lot of injuries, but none of them were really crippling or debilitating. There might be a couple around, like some stab scars and things like that, but there's nothing that's as far as I can tell, major. That room requires cooling. Well, it's actually got that, sorry. This room is fairly warm, doesn't really matter. This one is already cooled. So actually it's not too bad. Right, I'm going to go over to restrictions. I'm going to turn everybody off for that one, because I think we need to just let them go about and, you know, gather resources and do the usual stuff. Heatwave is over. Perfect. And it's ended. That's exactly what we wanted. And let's go to chop wood. And we need to start chopping a lot of timber, because we need to get stuff sorted. Now, because of that heat wave, if we got to harvest, there should be a lot of things to harvest. Look at all that. See all the berries? There's loads of strawberries and such. So we'll do that. In fact, where is our really rare fruit? The really rare fruit is somewhere. Oh, there's actually a crash bit of ship. Let's deconstruct that ship chunk. There it is there. Look, see that? And it's 80% grown, so we might be able to harvest that then. Yes, we can. That's this really rare fruit, so we'll gather that. So we've got some tattered stuff on a lot of people, Caro, Arthur, and Lan, and I'm guessing it's because of dusters. Let me have a quick check. So we'll click on Lan, we'll go to gear, and it's the hat. Okay. What about Caro? I don't know actually. Pua, and that. Tattered. T-shirt. So I need to make a couple of hats, 5 dusters, I think. Maybe 3 dusters for now, and a T-shirt or 2. There we go. And we have more than enough cloth. So the question is, how do we get this next quest done? Well, I think you will use the launcher and then bring people back. We now have the ability to, however, I believe, to make a packaged survival meal. And for that, you need... What do you need? Just meat, vegetarian, animal products. Guessing it's basically... It's not... Oh, you can't use it... Oh, why is that turn off? Extremely unappetizing, the insect meat is? Okay. Right, that's why we're probably not going to use that then. Most of the meals, I believe, will have that turned off, which is understandable. But we're going to get the harvest in. You can see there's a lot of things to harvest, a lot of berries and such. We will also send people out to hunt. So we'll say hunt that there. And I think we might, for... I don't know if it's the first time, but certainly the first time in a while. That makes no sense. For the... for quite a while, I don't think we've hunted any raccoons, but I'm looking for them and I'm not seeing any. So that's a problem. In fact, I'm not seeing... Oh, don't say Squint was hunting that when it blew up. And yes, they are now running around on fire. There we go. That's suboptimal, to say the least. Right. Yeah, we've got not much there. In fact, what we'll have to do then is order, harvest, and there'll be a lot of berries. Harvest all that. Harvest anything around there. A lot of berries there, berries there. There's loads of berries everywhere, actually. That shouldn't be a problem. Abandoned Camp Quest. Brat's Prime Council of the Northwestern Pronounceable has sent us a message. Apparently bandits based nearby camp have been raiding their caravans. So there's 4 enemies. If we pass, we get marine armor. Good. It is... right in the sticks there. How long have we got to do that? 20 days in order to do that. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. At the moment, we are just trying to get back on our feet, though. And solar flares happened. Perfect. Just what we needed. The game really likes flinging some curveballs there. It looks like Lan is in very poor mood. I wonder why. Serious pain. Observe rotting corpse. Oh, right. Because of all this, of course. And yeah, the problem is that we can't now deal with it because of this. So that's going to put people in a bad mood. So we'll need to focus on that once it's sorted. But the question is, can we use these? That's up to 34 fuel, that's on 1, that's on 34, and that's on 34. So technically we can send 3 people. Another major break risk. Intense pain. Because it's still... Oh, food poisoning. Right, okay, fair enough. They're just sitting in the dark. And now they're on a food binge. That's not good, considering it's just been freezing. Sorry, it's just give you food poisoning. But anyway, they're going to sleep now. No longer pegging out food. So in poor mood. A lot of them are in poor mood. And I'm guessing, once again, it is because of the observed rotting corpse. Yes, it is. So I'm going to send Nicole. It doesn't really matter who. Actually, no, purple is generally the way to go. And we will say, you prioritise doing that. And cougar, prioritize doing that. Oh, it's reserved by purple. Only one person can work on it. So as long as someone does it, we just need to... Yeah, just walk past everyone, mate. Yeah, don't walk around the back or anything. And cougar's getting food poisoning from incompetent cook, sadly. But anyway, so it looks like these are getting removed, which is good in terms of food. We might have to use the insect meat. I don't think we have much of a choice. Although there's a lot of berries over here that they are taking to make simple meals. I mean, if we look at them simple meals there, what's it? It's corn, boomrat meat, and berries. Okay, that's pretty good then. A bit of everything for people, isn't it? We're still using the biofuel refinery, so we can then fuel that thing up, which it will be done shortly. You can see Cougars going over there. And are they... Oh, I thought they were drinking that then. That would be all kinds of bad. Prioritize fueling that up, and then what we'll do is we'll send someone off to go and... Well, with that cloth and then come back, but we'll have to check to see how long it's going to take to go there and back, but we'll have a look in a moment. So there's that now all filled up, which is up to its proper level. So if we go over to world and to a form caravan, choose route. It doesn't really matter. Anyone, doesn't really matter. Choose route, and we'll say there. It's only 1.1 days down there, but I think we want to use our jets and we'll jump across. We won't be able to jump all the way there because we can only get 15 tiles, and it's quite a way away. I just want to use them. It's not even like a max 15 tiles. Let's just say 30 tiles then. So we'll put 30 tiles in all of these ones, like that. See, I just want to try them out. Up to there, 30 tiles, and then some people go ahead and sort that out. What are they doing? Getting food, are they? Major break risk on cougar. Yeah, to be fair, we have been pushing them hard. Is he going to go about cleaning? Yes, I think so. I'm going to prioritise with land to fill up the use the biofuel to fill up the launches. Cougar's doing that one. I'll undraft them. Sorry, I'll draft them and redraft just so they can move around. I want them to go about their daily business. And then one more, and then we're about right. Yeah, so we're about 60 fuel. And then all we'll do is we'll group them, because you can launch them as a group of 4. So, if you do that, yes, you then build the group like you normally would. Excellent. So we need to carry, just to double check here, to this place, cloth, 850 cloth. So we need 850 cloth, and then we need to come back, which we know is about 1.1 day. An aurora's happening, which is perfect. Get everyone in a decent mood. In terms of food, not good. We'll probably have to use... Well, we'll probably be using all of this stuff here, so... you can't eat raw hops. Well, you can, just wouldn't be good. So let them crack on there. It looks like the coolers are in now as well, which is excellent. So that's fine. So, I think what we'll do then is we'll double check to see who can work at what. Anyone growing... 1, 2... Right. I want to send Tiri, Lan... Even though they got really good growing. No, Tiri, Diver, and Caro. I think we only need the 3. So, launch group. So, Caro, Diver, Tiri. They're the most armed ones as well. Items. Cloth. Minus 850. There you go. It says mass, not much, but we have to carry this thing. We can't... Can we bring animals? If we bring like Allison, I don't think we can use that surely. And items survival meal. We've got package survival meal 5, so we'll take that. And that should do us. So they're now going to be loaded into the transport pods. Don't say they're going to bring the thing. They're loading it up. I'm guessing you can put multiple people into each pod. But I don't want to break it. So they're all filling up. You can see they're all moving all the resources to it. I'm just hoping they can get there. The problem is that it's quite heavy. All this cloth. And I don't know if we can carry it all. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cancel that load. I want to see how much. How much? Why have they become unavailable? Why have they become unavailable? I've cancelled the load. There we are. We'll move stuff back now. Let's go over to world, and from there, form caravan. So 1, 2, 3. Cloth. No, it is fine. That's fine. Okay. What if we just build one? Launch group 1. How many people can you put in? Yeah, so it just goes on mass. So we might get away with just 2. That says launch group of 1. I'm gonna have to move this stuff out of the way, aren't I? 1. Yeah, I won't be able to click on it. There we go, a launch group of 2. So 1, 2, 3. All the cloth. 850. The caravan mass is fine. Package survival meal. Then all the food. That'll be fine. Can't take Allison or any of the things, but we can just walk back. Because we're only walking back with food anyway. Right, let's build that. So we'll build those 2. And then we'll get ready. I don't think we'll be able to get all the way there. But there you go, that's ready to launch. So we'll launch, and we can launch there. Woohoo! That went! It moved! Right, so there now. Visit. That's it. Instantaneous, just... it was so quick, just whoosh, gone. Oh, that's great. I'm glad we did that. That's excellent. So, I mean, realistically, we could probably fuel it enough to go quite far up north. Not towards where we need to get to, you understand, for the ship, but I don't think that was reasonable anyway. We will confirm the trade, so we've now got our resources. We will, quite frankly, just enter the encampment. In terms of gear, you can see what they've got. Tiri's still got the tribal wear on them. Actually, I was going to trade with them, but I don't really know what the... Is it best to trade? Let's visit. And we'll trade. They have... long swords, tornado generators, and blah, 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 that's what we've got. They haven't got a lot of weapons, especially ranged weapons. They've got a lot of clothing, though, and other things. And alpacas as well. Anyway, so we'll just say... And the encampment does say it's going to take 44 tiles a day to get there. 44 tiles per day, 1.6 days of food. Estimated time to destination, 1.3 days. So we'll get there very, very shortly. This is good. So there's a lot of tattered stuff. So we'll have a quick look at that again. It's a bearskin t-shirt. We've already got the t-shirt on the go, so we'll start making those. And there we are. So food is a bit better. I don't know what to do with this insect meat. I'm hoping there's a bulk goods trade that'll come along and we can sell it to someone. I'm guessing we can. Rodriguez is always starving. That tends to be something that they have. I don't know why. Looks like we're going to be hunting for like squirrel and stuff now. Although we do have a lot of berries and such that we've just managed to forage. I wonder if we've got that fruit yet. Not yet. Oh, no, we have. It's been... typically. It's been harvested, but then not brought back because of reasons... I don't know why. Lan. No, purple. Purple. Hall. The ambrosia. I don't know if you can... I'm guessing you can eat it raw. There's loads of deer. Sorry to say that's the way that flock's going. Flock? Herd. Herd of deer. School! I think it's a school of... It's not a school of deer. So, that's all getting cooked there. That's fine. We are then filling that up. At least we know that these pods function now. And why that is there, I do not know. Purple. Prioritize hauling that, please. Exotic goods trader. Oh. Maybe the slime is exotic. Well, it is exotic. It's not tasty, it's exotic. So, Nicole, have a little chat with them, would you? Let's see what they've got that's classed as exotic. Ooh, we can sell them insect jelly. They'll take it, although we like to eat that. A resurrect mech serum. Okay, so we can one time use super dose to heal, to get people back up. I think we'll buy that off them. We're not going to do anything with plasteel. Doomsday rocket launcher, perhaps not. Elephant tusk, prosthetic leg, hearts. Yeah, I know that it was mentioned right at the start of the series where we should really capture people and basically harvest organs, but we've just never got around to it. Well, I tried once and it didn't work. I'm very tempted, oh, they've got chinchillas, to sell Juliet. Although the fact that they've got an elephant tusk means that Juliet wouldn't probably have a good time with them, so I'm not too keen on that one. Yeah, I think we'll just buy the resurrect mech serum, and that'll be fine. Oh, my mistake. I've got it. I was just gonna. Yeah, I was going to say I have it rather than want to buy it. Yeah, there it is there. My mistake. We were going to use that on one of the colonists, well, one of the attackers actually, and we were going to do it that way, but it didn't work out that way. Just double checking to make sure all the doors are in there, which they are, and they're all in there as well, which they are again. So checking on the world, we can see that they're almost back. Look at that. That highway is really, really good, really fast. We probably won't get back. A trade ship is passing by. It's another exotic goods trader, right? Okay. Well, let's see if we can play one off against the other. So we'll call the ship like so. Although Nicole's probably miles away by the look of it, so there we are. I wonder if we can buy some stuff off this person, then sell it for cheap elsewhere. So they want to buy the rhino as well. I don't know how they're going to get a rhino up into space, but I mean, that's not my problem. They will buy beer. And we have a lot of beer to sell. And that'll give us some resources. They have tube television, telescope, flat screen television. I might buy another telescope. People seem to use those, so I'm going to get that. Ambrosia. We can sell it to them, and it's worth quite a bit. And I'd rather not have some addictive fruit. A soft, rare fruit. Tastes wonderful and produces a subtle mood increasing chemical high. Eaten too often, it can generate a mild addiction. We'll buy all their components off them. We'll accept that. And you know what? Let's see if these have components. They do. We'll buy some components. There we go. And we have resources anyway, so that's fine. Not too bad at all. Right. So, we've got the telescope to install, if we can find it. Oh, is that still an unfinished steel mace from Diver? We'll have to sort that out in a bit. We have a... Where is the telescope? Where has it been delivered to? Again, wood for trees, can't see it. I'll see. I'll try and look. I'll look for it when it's not pitch black. Oh, there it is there. Install. Or just next to that. That should be fine. I'm guessing that they've stopped for the night. Yes, they have stopped for the night. So they'll be heading back shortly. There's some weird shadows going on there. Look at that. That's interesting. Don't know what's happened there. Yeah, in order to get to there, we'll have to tunnel around, and there is a gap there for sure. An item stash quest. So there's a resurrect a mech serum. While it was struck danger, says there may be danger there. That's there. Okay, it's not too far away. It's easily within jump range for our pods. So I don't know whether we do that. But over the last couple of episodes, we've managed to use the pods. We've done a lot of trading. We've built some more stuff, and it's survived many crises, including heatwave, raids, the infestation. We've managed to get the trading done for the guns, for the maces, as well as, there we go, we've come back now, the guns, the maces, and the one just there for the doomsday thing. There it is there, the tornado generator and the orbital bombardment targeter, which is going to be interesting finding out how that works. And finally the peace mission. So we have done overall quite well, and for that reason I think we're going to leave this episode there, and indeed call it there on the series for now. I think we've had a nice decent run of this, and it would be more of a long-term goal to get this done, to go up and get to the ship and then escape, and I don't know how long that would take. So if nothing else, we'll be taking a little bit of a break, and maybe come back to this. If not, then obviously I think we've managed to do quite well. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 colonists. Diver Rodriguez, Land Cougar, Purple, Henriette, Nicole, Caro, Squint, Coyote, Thierry, and Arthur. And all of them have, I hope, a nice decent life here. We've got food for them, although it's a little bit low, but they've got clothing, they've got recreation, entertainment, and hopefully, yeah, they can class as this being an alright place to be. Have enjoyed the series, like I say, up for continuing at some point in the future if we get to that, and if there's any call for it. But for now, hope you have enjoyed the video and the series. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.